Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best ways in which you can make the most money possible and get gold bars as quickly as you can, because as I'm sure you're figuring out, it's really hard to make money in Red Dead Online, and it sort of seems like a grind, and that's something we're going to be talking about in this video as well. So the first thing that you can do, and that I recommend you try to find as often as you can, are treasure maps. So I have found 2 so far, and let me tell you, they are some of the most profitable things you can run across in-game. And unlike single player, they're actually a lot easier. You don't have to look at the map and decipher clues. The game basically just tells you you've unlocked a treasure map, here's the area you need to go in, and now try and find it. Now, if you guys have only completed the tutorial, you might say, oh, those treasures are not that great. You know, I got one in the first mission and it didn't give me anything. That one's just the starting treasure. The ones you find in actual free roam are a lot more valuable. So this one was at Bard's Crossing, which is just to the west of Flatneck Station. And this one was super easy to find. Now, it took me a couple minutes. You basically just have to go around using Eagle Eye until you see something glowing gold. And that's typically going to be the chest that you're ultimately going to want to find. Now, before I opened this chest, I had 0.84 gold bars and I had $134. So I didn't even have a full gold bar to really buy anything, and $134 is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. And once you get close to the treasure chest, it will actually indicate on the map that you have found it. For me, it was just this simple lockbox sort of on the edge of this cliff. And when you open it, you can see that there is a gold bar inside, and it is reward. Now, it doesn't say gold bar, it just says reward. Now, the reward for me was a pack of cigarettes, 0.7 gold bars. So I went from 0.8 to 1.54, so a pretty significant jump to get rather instantaneously. And then I also received $118. So I almost doubled the amount of money I had on my person just by finding this chest. And because I found a chest, I actually unlocked a trade award, which is going to get me more XP in the process. So we're not really going for XP or ranking up in this video, but it is something that is sort of a nice bonus. Finding these treasure chests is going to be quite valuable. Now you might be asking yourself, how can I find more treasure maps so that I can find more treasure chests? Because if you go to this location in-game without the treasure map, it's not going to be there, obviously. That would be way too easy. Now, one way I have found, and that's a really good way to do that, is to find gang hideouts. Gang hideouts are going to be scattered throughout the world. I wish I could tell you where they're located. They're sort of random. You'll find them in the desert, in the mountains. It doesn't matter. Just look for them. The game will tell you that you're close by. Now, once you complete those gang hideouts, you want to loot every single person there. Typically, you'll find chests, or the leader will actually have a treasure map on them. And if you do find that, you're in luck. You'll find another treasure hunt, which will lead you to a chest like this and will give you more gold bars and more money. So in case you guys are a little bit confused on the gold system, essentially you need 100 nuggets to get 1 gold bar. And that 1 gold bar will allow you to buy some cosmetic items, and it will also allow you to buy some items that you simply cannot use your money with. Now, we'll talk about some other ways to make money and just about how much you can average per completing said event. But at the meantime, let's jump on to some more money-making opportunities. The next would be to loot everything. So thankfully, if you hunt down gang members and the like, it isn't going to affect your honor. However, if you're not worried about honor, you just want to loot everything and everyone. So there's a good chance that the things you're looting you might be able to sell at a fence, or there's a good chance that the things you're looting might just be money. It might be gold nuggets. It might be money that you find off of a person. And even if it only is 50 cents, $1 at a time, that's still pretty decent money for clicking one button and looting one person. So sort of the same principle from single player applies to online. You want to loot everything, and you constantly want to go back to the fence, because there's a good chance that during some of your missions, you might have found some gold, or you might have found some jewelry that you can sell for, again, $5 to $10 $10, $15, $20, whatever the case is. Something else you can do, and you should not use the method that I told you guys about earlier using the train, that is hunting. So this is going to take your single player experience to a whole other level, because now it's important that you not only get perfect pelts, you get all the meats, the parts as well, like bear claws and stuff like that. Same with fishing. You want to make sure you catch the best, biggest fish possible, because you're going to want to take that to the butcher and you're going to want to sell it. So at least in my experience right now, there's not a ton of use for perfect pelts as far as crafting things go. So you might as well turn that into a butcher and end up getting the most money possible. And if you're a really good hunter, you're a really good fisherman, this is something that after 20, 30 minutes, you could end up easily with $50, $100 worth of goods that you could ultimately sell back to the butcher. So the train method will not work here because you're going to have to skin these animals and get their parts, but that is something that you can do as well. Another thing that you can do as well is the missions. So whether that's the story missions or whether that's the stranger missions, these are things that you should jump into pretty consistently. Now, according to some Reddit users, they said that they played for about 7 hours doing nothing but stranger missions and the main story missions and have 0.87 gold bars. And you might not think to yourself that's not a lot because that treasure hunt we opened at the beginning gave us 0.7, but that should give you how good of an idea. The treasure hunts are pretty much above everything else. So they're important to do, but don't ignore the stranger missions. Don't ignore the main story. They're great for leveling up. They're great for gaining money. They're also great for getting those gold bars too. Just like ranking up, another thing that's really effective is PvP activities. So the PvP activities would be all the series, it would be the races, it would be the free roam events, basically things you can do against other players. Some of the showdown series include Make It Count, Most Wanted, Hostile Territory, Name Your Weapon. All things like that are going to give you money that you earn. Now, it all depends on how well you ultimately do them. The person in first place is traditionally and obviously going to make way more money than the person in last place. But either way, still competing in those events is going to give you a handful of money. Another thing you can do to get money is complete the challenges. So if you actually complete all of the challenges in a series, you're going to notice that you'll actually get a pretty cool reward. It's this golden buckle that you can actually sell. That's kind of neat. Now, it does require you to complete all of those challenges in the set, but some are actually shorter than most, where you only have to do 1 or 2 things as compared to maybe 4 or 5 or 6 things that could ultimately be in a challenge set. So maybe find out some of the ones that you could do almost instantly that might not require either so many kills or so many miles traveled, and that might actually be a great way in which you can make lots of money pretty much instantly by obtaining those golden buckles. This is one you definitely shouldn't forget about, and it's kind of hard to given their importance in single player, but that's the trains. So the trains in online, or I should say the train, since there's only one for the entire lobby that goes around the map, they aren't quite as lucrative as the ones in single player, but you will still be able to find some stuff on there. And while you won't directly find a safe full of money, you will find a lot of items that might cost $4 or $5 in game, and you can save money by simply hopping on the train and gathering them that way. And as I mentioned in my XP video, it's also a great way to stay on this train and hunt some animals, which is great for ranking up and getting experience. So don't forget about the train. I know it's sort of easy to forget because there is only one of them that goes around the map, but it's something you should check out as well if you're making to save a little bit of money also. And the final real tip I can give you guys today, this isn't necessarily a money-making opportunity. It's just some advice. Don't waste your money here. Money is so valuable. Gold bars are so valuable, and it seems like it's going to be much harder to obtain them that you don't want to waste them. So I know it's going to be tempting to want to buy weapons and new outfits and clothing and gear and horses, but it's something you might want to hold off onto, at least until you've accumulated a lot of money or you figured out maybe what you want to specialize or focus in, or maybe Rockstar updates Red Dead Online with a really nice money-making opportunity and you'll be able to go from there. But for now, just be kind of frugal with your cash and your gold bars. Don't go spending it left and right because you will run out of it very, very quickly. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. That right there is some of the best ways to make money in Red Dead Online. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Have you found any other great ways to make money in Red Dead Online? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.